out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll wind up with about 6 and pass the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Huntley. Complete the tight end crossing. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 41.
They'll run this with Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Huntley. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
48-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, Huntley. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Huntley. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
on now, Tucker McCann. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
6 yards.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Lock. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And the second down throw on target. And they fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Huntley to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Operating from the gun. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Raekwon McMillan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
A 34-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and to start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. Knocked it free.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Takk McKinley in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So third and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, it's Locke. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abuka, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run here with Akers. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7.
Is good. Makes the score Rams 13, Broncos 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that takes us from second to third down. From the gun, Huntley being chased out left. He took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Their own 42-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. To throw again. Lock. And his throw here is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Lock. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Now Lock again. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Lock now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on first down. Huntley forced out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
On first and 10, Huntley. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, He joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 5-yard line.
From the 5, here's second and 2. From the gun, Huntley. It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Broncos.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
From midfield, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Locke working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
The score, Rams 20, Broncos 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Huntley to the right side. It's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, Akers. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards on the ground.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with Jones. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Brings up 3rd.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 6 yards away. And the Rams add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. From the gun, Huntley. Flush to his right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12. First down, Broncos.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, Locke he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Rams 33, Broncos 14. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Huntley. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on second down. Huntley escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. One after here coming up.
The extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
This is the tight end Fant. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, block. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Lindsay going to try to run it in. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
He was taken down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Going right back to Akers.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Third down. Huntley. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep.
And got his man complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy.
82 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the ground, it's Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, Huntley. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants for the first quarter.